How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to be installing my brand new HVAC unit for my RV trailer. And this one is made by Turbro, model name Finnmark. This is a video part number 4. And if you would like to see the previous steps, check out my playlist on how to replace HVAC in your RV down in the description area below. And before we begin, for safety reasons, we're going to disconnect both power sources from the RV trailer. Thoroughly clean the installation surface from any dust, mold, and debris. Get some help and carefully lift the unit up on the roof and then align it with the hole in the ceiling as best as you can. Make sure that the roof membrane is not wrinkled anywhere around the edge of the roof opening, otherwise the waterproof gasket may not seal properly and it can develop a leak later on. Next, we need to align the waterproof gasket evenly on each side of the roof opening by pushing it slightly with your fingers wherever needed. The waterproof gasket should be lined up with the opening in the roof as much as possible. And as a side note, this project can take quite a bit of time. If you can't finish it the same day and you need to leave it overnight, or if it starts raining, you can cut 4 wooden planks and drill holes in them and temporarily mount the AC unit to keep it watertight. This particular unit has 2 power sources. One is from 12-volt battery for the LED lights, and the other one is 110 volts from the shore power. In my RV, I only had high voltage power cables, so I had to splice into the 12-volt circuit to run the cables for the LED light and control panel. If you'd like to learn how to do that, I have an entire separate video for that. Be sure to check it out. Next, we're going to wire the control panel. I'm personally using the wire nuts, but feel free to use any other connectors of your choice. Connect red and black wires to the positive and negative leads of the 12-volt battery circuit. If you're not sure which one is which, you can use circuit probe tester to determine that. It's really simple and easy to use tool. You simply connect it to the battery, and then you can touch any wire in that circuit, and it's going to display on the screen what is it. Next, we're going to open this small metal access door to reveal the leads for the shore power. Remove the nut and then insert the main power line into the cable gland on the control panel. Tighten the nut and make sure that the cable doesn't come out easily. Then we're going to connect the pairs of cables according to their colors, blacks, whites, and the green with the copper one. Once done, we're going to fold them neatly inside and then replace the metal cover. Next, plug in the wires for the electric heater, AC compressor unit, freeze sensor wires, and the wire for the display panel. Now, before I assemble the control panel, I would like to test it to make sure that everything is working well. First, we're only going to connect the 12-volt battery and test the LED lights. Looks good. Next, I'm going to use my generator to supply 110 volts, 30 amps power. I'm going to use my multimeter to measure the temperature. And yes, it's really hot in here right now. Using a remote, we're going to turn on the AC and set the temperature to 67 degrees. So far, so good. The remote is working. The fan kicked in and it's blowing hard. The display panel shows the set temperature, and this letter C on the display indicates that the compressor is working right now. After a few seconds, the display starts showing the current room temperature, and it's matching perfectly with the measurements on my multimeter tool. Let's go ahead and measure the temperature of the cold air coming out of the air duct, and it's definitely dropping as the refrigerant starts cycling through the system. Everything looks good. We can go ahead and assemble the indoor ceiling unit. Once again, at this point, for your safety, disconnect all of the power sources. Next, we're going to measure the thickness between the roof and the ceiling to select the proper size of the air duct sponge. We're given 3 different sizes, and depending on the thickness of your roof, you can stack them together to get appropriate size. There's also this chart in owner's manual to help you to decide what size you need. In my case, I'm going to be using these 2 pieces. We're going to glue them together and put them in this corner where the hole for the air duct is. I also applied fresh new layer of aluminum insulating tape around the opening. Now we're going to attach the ceiling panel and thread the bolts by hand first to avoid cross-threading. Also make sure that this arrow points towards the front of your trailer. You can finish these bolts with power tools. They're pretty long and they can take quite a bit of time otherwise. These mounting bolts should be tightened until the waterproof gasket has been compressed to about 1/2 inch. Verify that the insulation sponges are properly lined up with the air duct. I also got up on the roof and made sure that the gasket is sealed properly on the outside as well. Next, we're going to pull through the cable for the information display. Attach the air deflector panel. Install mesh air filter. Secure air deflector panel with 4 screws. Connect the wire and attach the information display. Now all we have left to do is another test run to make sure everything works well. I'm going to let the compressor run for a few minutes and then we're going to measure the temperature of the cold air. So the room temperature is 82 degrees right now. Let's go ahead and stick the sensor inside the air duct. And we're getting 59, 58, even 57 degrees, which is really good. Alright, that's pretty much it for the installation process. If you're interested, all of the parts and tools used in this video will be listed down in the description area below. In my next video, I'm going to install the soft starting kit for the AC compressor. Stay tuned for that. I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it, I did a lot of sweating to put it all together. Please hit that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.